Mistakes to avoid while planning your first solo trip to Himachal Pradesh. Number one is not having a plan. Now, you might think it seems cool and it is easily doable to go to Himachal and plan your journey along the journey, and that's going to be your biggest mistake because Himachal is a very, very big state, and traveling from one is going to take you a few hours to a day or two, depending on where you're traveling and what your random plan is. Hence, plan your entire blueprint for your solo trip to Himachal well in advance. Plan your stays. Do not rely on going there and booking a stay at the last moment, because that might end up with you having to spend double the amount of what you could end up spending if you had booked your accommodation in advance. Number three is overpacking. Now, there's always a tendency that when you pack, you might end up feeling you'll need a few things which might not end up being used for the trip. Hence, do not overpack. Stick to just the bare minimum. Whatever you need can be purchased along the journey, because there is plenty of shops and souvenir stalls in Himachal which sell basic commodities. So you wouldn't really need anything. Number four is not budgeting properly. Now, if you're planning a trip for 1 week and your budget is if your budget is around say 7 to 10,000 rupees, it might end up falling short, because it entirely depends on the amount of money you're ending up spending on your accommodation and the food that you're having along the trip. Number six is not giving yourself enough of time to visit all the places that you have intended to. Going on a solo trip can be overwhelming, so you might end up feeling that you want to see 10 places in 3 days, but that's not the real essence of traveling solo. The whole purpose of traveling solo is to get enough of time to see one place properly, rather than ending up with 10 places for the gram but not having an experience in any of these places. Hence, do not make that mistake of running through places one after the other just to get a good story for Instagram and then feeling hollow inside. The final mistake is not carrying enough of cash. Even though Himachal Pradesh is has very good network and UPI is accepted every place, there are certain places that you will need cash, and for that it's better to have cash withdrawn from your home city, because when you come to Himachal, the ATMs might either not have money or will not be easily accessible to you. So make sure that you've come with cash from home. A golden mistake to avoid is do not travel to Himachal during the monsoon months as a solo traveler, especially during July, August, because that's when it is peak monsoon and there's plenty of flooding which has been happening, which will hamper your entire trip and at the same time stress your family members at home.